Hi, I'm going through these business cards that I used to write my goals on the back of them. I might have 50 business cards here. And before I get started with the first one, I did go to Auschwitz to visit, and I didn't even know what kind of place it was. They told us it was something from World War II and it was a concentration camp, but I had no clue what concentration camp was. I was 16 or so, no, I was 17 years old. And it was June, I think Auschwitz is in Poland, I don't know. When you go to Europe, go to one country, don't go to like 7 countries and then you don't even know where you've been. I took pictures of everything, but then back then the cameras didn't tell you where you were, you know, like, oh, you are in Czechoslovakia, Prague, or whatever city you're in. So back to the Auschwitz, it started to rain. And I'm like, wow. So we all started running, and it was a dirt road. Yeah, our shoes were getting dirty. And then we walked into the first cabin. And now they do have cabins in there. When I got there, it was 1990, I think. Yeah, the wall had just fallen down, and it was before Hurricane Andrew in Florida. So, like, they had pictures on the walls, right? And they were all at our chin level, right? And well, we're looking at all these pictures, and everybody's serious. But I remember one guy was smiling. I don't know, I forgot if he was with teeth or no teeth, but he was smiling. And I was just amazed. Because later on, they showed us a room full of hair. It was basically a room with all the hair that they cut off the dead Jews and stuff, and they put them in a glass. Just like I had this glass window here, but on the other side of this room, I mean, if that was a room, the glass would have just so nobody could grab the hair, but it was all full of hair, you know, a mountain of hair. And then they had another window you could see, it was a lampshade made with human skin. Now, even then, I didn't even notice that, you know. I said, oh, a lampshade made with human skin. But then now that I'm awake, now that my brain has been opened, I'm like, man, how gross. A lampshade made out of human skin. They had soap made out of human skin. Those are the 2 things I remember. The Nazis were terrible, terrible people. I saw a movie today about them. I forgot the name of the movie. I only saw 10 minutes. And it talked about the German soldiers forgot or ran out of bullets or something, and so they ran away when the Allies were showing up. I think the Allies were the United States they didn't speak German, so like they only had one guy that spoke German, so and all these German Jews were liberated from this concentration camp. Alright, so OPM, OPE, and OPK. I would be a merciful soldier. If my job was to extinguish people, I mean, oh gosh, it's just that my grandpa used to say a civilian cannot make a soldier's decision. So what the Germans did, and the Nazis in that movie, they burned several buildings because they didn't have bullets to shoot the persons, the Jewish captives. One good thing about the Jews now is they are soldiers. I met one, all right? I met one soldier in Miami. And he was built like a soldier. He was actually built like a weightlifter. And he would go running with his baby and a stroller on the beach. But apparently they're soldiers for a long time, because he must have been 30, but an excellent shape 30, all right? Not over the hill 30. It was an excellent shape 30. Uh-huh. OPM, OPE, and OPK. This one was taught to me by Brian Tracy. Other people's money, other people's efforts, other people's knowledge. You gotta use other people's money to achieve what you want in life. You might say, find a business partner. Let's buy this. Well, sometimes your spouse, right? Let's buy this car together, or let's buy this house together, right? You do things together. That's like a business partner. And you both put money into the house. You both fix it. You both pay the mortgage and things like that. OPE, other people's efforts. I could do the dishes, but I won't do it. I always say to the spouse, you got 2 kids there. I'll do it with them, but not by myself. All right, I washed dishes today because it was Mother's Day, but that I'd wash them by myself. But I got the big daughter. I didn't say anything. See, what's with people that overflow the garbage cans? I mean, overfill. You know, you can't close the bag because there's too much garbage in it, and yet they just keep adding more garbage to it. I mean, I even went to the church a couple of years back, and I saw the garbage, and I was a customer. I was paid for my food, and I was sitting down, and then when I went to put it in the garbage can, it was full. I took out the garbage bag, and then someone saw me and brought me a new garbage bag, or I asked around for it. I was like, that's the way you do things. I mean, even when I go to some 4th of July event, all right, I don't pick up garbage when I'm walking around with the family in the 4th of July event, but I'm really tempted to. I mean, I just can't stand people that throw garbage on the floor. And some of them, they walk by and they're dropping it as they're walking by, and I feel like, excuse me, but I don't tell them anything. But the people, they see me the next day cleaning up. You know, I mean, I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. And then, of course, I've had my grandpa. He used to flick his cigarette all the way over there. Let somebody else pick it up. I'm like, no, don't do that. My own mother used to sit out front and flick the cigarette all the way to the street. I was like, the time I told her, pick these up, please pick these up. This is just wrong. We have a child care and you're throwing all of these cigarette butts all over the place. She was not allowed to smoke inside. And so what she did was, she moved out. She got angry and moved out. And then some of these child care children that used to come here, there was only one really. One plus a school friend. They stunk. Is that the past tense? Stink. They were stinky because of the cigarette smoke. I almost like, and that's the one child that lasted here, 4 years? Well, 3 years. Once they're 4 years old, they go to the free VPK. But I was like, oh my gosh, I love this child. You're not allowed to give him a shower, by the way. And their hair stinks. Their clothing stinks. It's illegal for you to give him a shower. Would you believe that? And I'm like, I don't have to put up with this. So, I mean, I liked the child. I really gave her a lot of love. You know, I used to tell her, you have the fastest legs, because she used to go running from in the backyard, touch the tree and back. But then I had them go around, because after they touched the tree, they would crash into the other kid that was going to touch the tree. So I said, go around the tree. But then I had to say, okay, wait, one at a time, because They would go around in the opposite directions of the tree, and then they would crash into each other. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. They're really just into running. And so then I said, okay, one at a time. I used to say, ready, go. And when you come back here, wait, let's wait for her, let's wait for her, let's wait for her. And then, okay, ready, now you go. And then this one, I would make him go that way and touch my hand on this side. Okay, go, 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 go. Oh my gosh. And then I used to tell her, you have the fastest, you have strong muscles. Look, look, look. And her hair would move back up in the wind. I was like, wow. She had short hair, but it would fly. I was like, making those memories. I think that child probably will be on the track team later on. Other people's money, other people's efforts, other people's knowledge. Like, learn from my videos. You know, get an education here about child care, about mother-in-laws, and all the other topics I talk about here. Enjoy your life. Be better than I am.